Hello, hello. Hope y'all are well. Green Yoshi, surrounded by parents. Happy Thursday. Hope you're doing well. Yay. All right, let me turn this music down or off. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for your patience. It was, my settings decided to restart. Kind of weird. So, oops. But, yeah. Who do we romance now? I think we're gonna go. We got some lore last playthrough. So, yes, almost Caleb Day. Can't wait. I'm looking forward to seeing what you pull tomorrow, Green Yoshi. Sad boy. Yeah. Talk about a sad boy. Yay, yay. Oh, yay. Can't wait. Yeah, no, I have been wanting to do Hibiki's route, but it's hard because, it's like, oh man, this guy's going to be intense. I'm not ready. But there's something very compelling, so I think it'll be interesting. I'll start the game, and I'll appreciate if you guys let me know if y'all hear sound this time. Instead of a quiet game like last time. I appreciate y'all bearing with it though. So, all right, let's get that teed up. Okay. Music? Do y'all hear music? Yay! Good. Yeah. No, it's a combo wombo. I appreciate the sentiment, but combo wombo for gameplay through. Yeah, the music's there. Okay. Good. Okay. Alright. Bloop, let me pull up a walkthrough so we get a good ending. Alright. I think there's gonna be a section that we're gonna be speed running. All the things that we've seen before, so don't worry about it. Hi, Mochi. From the start. Here we go. This feels like it's gonna be loud. Give me a second. Yes, it's Mochi. She's not borking. She's just hanging out. She wants to lick my foot. Mochi.
カランと音色を立てて落としてなくした自分を求めて
Mochi intensity. Mochi intensifies.
血の色に満ちた校舎の中をいつ果てるともなくさまよい歩く刀を携えた殺人鬼カラカラさんの話を
The only thing we can pick.
そうこの成見ヶ浜高校に古くから伝わる有名な七不思議校舎のすべての窓に夕日が差す黄昏時女子カラカラカラカラカラカラと刀を引きずりながらさまよい歩く音が
Yes, jump to unread text. Yes. Where input is needed. Okay. So, again, we are just speed running the parts that we've already seen until we get to the new bits.
一度でも振り向いてしまったらカラ
Because it actually starts off nearly the same way that Red Kurehas starts. Alright, this is gonna be loud. Give me a second. Turn it down a teensy bit. Just so it's not blowing up in y'all's ears. We'll watch the opening intro. We haven't seen it in a bit. It's true. Been a while since we went on this side of the store. We've seen a lot of different spirit options. I do want to do the cat boy as well. Minami. He's supposed to be a bad guy. Seemed like the one who's like cursing us a little. I'm still so interested in all the playthroughs actually. Like, I still want to do the pop idols. And then Yukimaru, the long-haired god. Figure out who our secret route is. Something like that. All right, gonna jump. Back to school. Back to school. Still gonna use the same name. Yes, Lolli. Well, yes, I'll take a super boyfriendo. But the buffet of all the good parts about them. Not all the, not all the crazy parts. It's like, this one's very murdery. And this one is, a Yandere. Yeah, not like a Frankenstein-y. All right. Hey, Frank, how's it going? Oops. We are speed running through the parts we've already seen to start a new playthrough. So, alrighty, we've got talk with my sister. Thank you for the lurk. You'll take the parts I don't want? That's a tall order surrounded by perverts. Frank, I'm good. Thank you for asking. All right, speed run. Okay, so we should be able to just skip through the prologue. There shouldn't be anything there that we need. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. So this is we're in chapter 1. This is the first place that we can diverge and go for red Kureha or now Hibiki. So I think, yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, yes, sorry, I'm scared. I think we've picked this one before. Maybe? Maybe not. Yeah. Frank, you're at work. Okay. Well, have a good shift. Okay. Actually, we have picked that option before. All right. So far, it's mirroring. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Don't pull away. Okay, that's still the same option. Don't pull away. We've done that one before. And he liked it. I can't. Who knows what he'll do to me? Thanks so much, Frank. Appreciate it. I hated to admit it, but I was so terrified that I couldn't move. Woo! Holding my hand. Soon after, he was grinning broadly. His long eyelashes cast a shadow over his eyes.
こんな気持ち死んでから初めて
Not your best opener? He spoke as if mesmerized while gently stroking my hand. So many of the games you go through, the character you pick as your fave ends up getting revealed to be the real killer. So you're kind of resigned to your type apparently being murderers. Oh no! Surrounded by purpose. You can I don't know. Maybe your calling is detective, not lover. or maybe both. Yeah, you figure it out. you can fix them.
このまま手を引っ張ったらこちらに連れてこられるのかな
No! Right. Kureha stepping in. I tensed up and tried to pull back, but my arm was drawn in further.
彼女を連れては行かせない。
The curse of the best girl. There you go. I mean, better than the one that's like tragically, taken away too soon, right? Katakata fixed a stern gaze toward the mirror. With that, the figure in the mirror vanished suddenly.
おい、逃げるな。
He released my hand, then reached toward the mirror. His hand stopped atop the cool glass.
もしかしたらと思ったが、やはり入れないか。
Katakata muttered, looking somewhat embarrassed, then turned to face me again.
大丈夫か？
Oh, I'm fine. Thanks for pulling me back. I'm ashamed to say it, but I was so scared I couldn't move.
聖者からすれば無理もないことだ。自分ではない誰かが映っていたら、気味が悪くて仕方ないだろう。
Right. I took a quick glance at the mirror. The boy in the mirror was frightening, but more than that, I thought I heard a strange voice for a moment. What was that? All right, skip. All right, let's get to the next place. Let's see our branching path. All right, she grabbed my shoulders and was about to force me down on the bed. Wait and see. Okay. Again, still mirroring our Kureha playthrough. You know what would be interesting? We don't know who the secret route is. What if it's Yui? I don't think so, but be interesting. All right. Skip. We might actually be on like chapter 2. There we go. Yeah. So far, it's all been the same answers. So we shouldn't see. Yeah, wait and see. It's wild. Yeah. I was like, maybe this will be okay. Maybe. Okay. Here we go. So, prologue, same. Chapter 1, same. Now, chapter 2. This is where we should have our branching path. Oh, okay. Chapter 2. Being dragged into the mirror. An answer we've picked before. But here we go. The grasp of the mirror ghost nearly dragged me into his mirror.
鏡の中の?
Is something wrong?
あ、いえ。
That's right, we still gotta do Raphael route.
引きずり込まれそうになったのは
Raphael.
聖者にしかない魅力に惹かれたからでしょう。気をつけなければ取りつかれます。
Nice, so get a little rehash. Okay, I saw something when touched. All right. Jump. Okay. Thank you so much. I promise to do my best at things we've picked before. Great. We're gonna get through route fail. Maybe. I like Raphael because he's the guardian of warder of hell. That's right. Warder. Ghost in the mirror, please come out. All right. Please come out. I wish to speak. All right. I need your help. You're my only hope. Help me, Obi-Wan. You're my only hope. Okay. Green Yoshi, I've been outed. Alright, we're gonna move closer to the mirror. Insanity up. Oh, maybe just a little bit more. I stepped forward while looking at Kureha. Though I could feel hesitation in his gaze, he didn't speak out to stop me. Enemies to lovers. Yeah. It's that merman mesmerize, power. I turned back to the mirror and... Ah! The shadowed figure suddenly stood right before me. His wild, crazed expression left me speechless, overcome with shock. He reached through and grabbed my arm. It was so fast, I had no time to react.
捕まえた
Ooh. Just as I felt myself being pulled in, yoink!
それはこちらのセリフだ。
Kureha leapt from his hiding place and tightly latched onto the boy's arm. Enemies and lovers. Maybe. I don't know about that, but... That was terrifying. My heart raced uncontrollably as I struggled to calm down. Yeah, a new route has been opened. He only touched me through my clothes, but the fear left me shaking and numb.
深呼吸をした方がいい。今は心を落ち着けることに集中するんだ。
Alright, here we go. Alright, I trust him. Okay, so far, all the same choices. Alright, here we go, here we go. Yeah, just let us go to red guy. We'll just do the red guy playthrough again. That's fine, that's fine. Well, we haven't done any of the bad ends. I don't know if I want to, though. Like, the good end was still pretty rough. Okay, now we're gonna go to Hibiki on the map. Yeah, look at how... Yeah. Look at that trusting face. Hibiki! Okay, this should be new. Is Hibiki there? I climbed the stairs and faced the mirror.
来てくれたんですね
Were you waiting for me?
あそうですまたおしゃべりしたいなって思っていて
His voice grew softer and softer, making it hard to hear the last thing he said. That's how he lures you in. It's like, I'm gonna whisper, and then I lean my head in and be like, I can't hear you. And then he grabs me and takes me into the mirror world.
考えてみたら僕気持ち悪いですよね
No, not at all.
ごめんなさいまた僕はあなたを怖がらせてしまった
I'm not scared, really. Besides, I should be the one to apologize. I quickly interjected, hoping to reassure him. Hibiki stared back at me, surprised. I only recently learned the details about the incident, and I was worried I may have offended you. Yeah, split personality core. Indeed. I'm very, very sorry. I bowed deeply toward him. Split personality. It's like your your own reverse harem in one person. Hibiki remained silent, and I felt couldn't raise my head out of guilt. I couldn't raise my head out of guilt.
ありがとうございます僕を気にしてくれて
His voice is so sweet and soft-spoken, though. I slowly looked up to see Hibiki smiling. So you forgive me?
許すも何も僕は初めからあなたを恨んでいませんよ
Are you sure?
僕が恨むのは昔からただ一人だけですから
Isao Tsukigami, most likely.
僕の中にある憎しみはいや負の感情そのすべてをあいつに向けないと 気が済まないんです。
If cute, how evil? How evil could he be? Look at his face. Hibiki's face began to contort with raw emotion.
きっと他の人もそうだと思うけど、僕ほどあいつを憎めてはいない。
Yeah, you're right. Thanks so much for the correction surrounded by perverts. Yeah. Dissociative identity disorder. DID.
今日まで何度想像で殺したか。わからないくらい。
I know that inflection. When a soft-spoken character starts talking like that, that's when they like burn the town down. So let's hear that again.
今日まで何度想像で殺したか。わからないくらい。
Hibiki! His raw, murderous hatred was unmistakable, and I reacted instinctively. Let's talk about something else. Change of pace, you know? Hibiki smiled bashfully back at me. I see the arson in your eyes. Yes, that spark. That spark between us is literal flames.
嬉しいです。こんなに心が明るくなるのは死んでから初めてです。
Oh my goodness. Phew. I worried Hibiki might get lost in his dark emotions, but he seemed better now. I should steer the conversation away from that topic. Mirror. No doubt this will cheer him up. Is the mirror world really vast and endless?
いえ、限られていますよ。学校の建物内だけです。それでも十分広いので満足しています。鏡から生徒たちの様子を見たり、僕も授業を受けてみたり。だから昼間の明るい時間が好きです。
I'd love to be your new flame. Did you say something? Yeah. No, I can already, I know what I'm gonna do for his Valentine's card next year. Be like, well, he hasn't actually like, no. I'm going with this like setting things on fire, but that's not like canon yet. So, but any character who does set things on fire and be like, I have the hots for you. That's what their Valentine's card is gonna be. Just like Caleb, who was like, I think you're a blast. That's that's my magnum opus. I don't know if I'm using that correctly. My Mr. Holland's opus? I don't know. Oh, here we go. I watch other students through the mirror, even attend classes myself. That's why I prefer the daytime. Oh, I misread that. I thought it said that's why I prefer Dynamite, and I just skipped through. I saw what I wanted to see. So you don't explore outside the mirror at night?
幽霊ばかりの世界を見ても楽しくないので。怖いとかはないですけど、あんまり興味はそそられないです。
But you can have ghost friends. I want to explode. My heart is exploding. My heart is erupting with boyfriend of love.
それに、会話を聞いたら心がざわめいてしまう可能性もあって、だから禁止されているんです。
Forbidden? Forbidden? That makes it sound like it's a rule someone else made for him. I wanted to probe further, but his mood seemed to darken, so I again changed the topic. Are there any particular students you found interesting while observing them?
ああ、一人だけいました。何年か前にこの姿見の前でダンスや歌の練習をしている生徒がいて。
Seiya, who we know from the other playthrough, whose playthrough we are gonna do eventually too. But yeah, my heart is racing. Do you know what that means? It means you're dying. Yeah.
その男子生徒の頑張る姿を見ているうち、応援するようになっていったんです。その人は 後にトップアイドルになったんですよ。
That's incredible. How did you learn about his success?
それは他の生徒たちの会話からです。この学校出身のとか聞いたり、生徒のスマホを覗き見たりして、あの時の男子生徒だって知った時、もうすっごく嬉しくて、夢を叶えたんだなって羨ましかったです。
His dream? I envy that too. Having a dream to chase. Ooh. Too soon, Lolli? You're like, oh man, must be nice. And it's like, boosh, boosh. You get to. I'm sure he's about to tell me off. Do I even have a dream?
夢に関して何か思うところがあるんですか？
No, it's nothing. Anyway, I should get going.
Oh.
Oh. I rose and began to walk down the stairs. Peeked into the faculty room and saw Kureha gazing out the window. Carrie, hi! Hello, happy Thursday. Hope you're doing well. We're starting a new playthrough with the real Yandere guy. So far, it's mostly been very similar to our first playthrough in the game. Like, a lot of the choices have been the same, so we've been speedrunning the parts that we've already seen, and just getting to the new bits. Okay, sword. We've already done this. Alright, bloop. We're already on chapter 3, y'all. You are. You're getting ready to be stabbed a bunch tomorrow and then tear gas this weekend. Well, yikes. Let's see. I hope for the best. I know about the stabbing and then tear gas. I wonder, you don't have to disclose, but I know that there's a bunch of like protests happening this weekend. So if you do decide to participate in anything like that, again, you do not have to disclose. Whatever you decide, I hope that you are safe and that it goes well. Yes, stay safe. Yeah. BYO Riot Shield. I don't know if they let you. I don't know if Riot Shields are, or Popo only. Alright, we are on chapter 3. Like I said, just a lot of repeaters so far, so here we go. I'm glad it was only a joke. We've already done that. Teabag him. Alright, have him help. Okay. Done. To put simply, there's an ice facility and you're a large, intimidating person who has a history of not losing fights. Well, I guess, like, I actually have a friend whose birthday is, well, they're celebrating their birthday this weekend, and the first part of their birthday, they want to go to the protest in our town, and then, at the end of the day, they're gonna go to a bar, so I'm gonna go to the bar one part, but yeah. Yes, rooting for you, enjoy melting the ice, yes. You gotta find your stab jacket. Ooh, yes, be safe, be safe. But I'm glad you have a stab jacket. Like a little, what is it? Kevlar something? Maybe we should all get Kevlar somethings. You know, just new line of fashion, fashion accessories. So, okay. Second red book on the right. Okay, we're still doing the things. Skip. Drive a big manure truck up to their door and dump it in front. Yeah. Too broke for Kevlar. It's denim with metal sewn into it. Oh, wow. That's very Mad Max the Warriors. Yeah. Can you dig it? Yeah. Okay, start. name I selected in this game. Do-yi. Oink, oink, oink. All right. We've found the wish book. What's the story? Wish book. Okay. Now this is a branching path. Because normally, last time we went to see Kureha. Now we're going to see Hibiki. Okay. So this should be pretty new stuff now. I wonder if Hibiki is around. Peering into the mirror, I saw him sitting dazed on the stairs. Hibiki?
Huh?
He saw me, grinned, and hurried over.
僕の出番でしょうか。情報屋として頑張ります。
Oh no, it's not that. Actually, I just wanted to have a little chat.
嬉しいです。とっても。あ、そうだ。
Tape newspapers over the mirror? Why, so we can block them out? We don't want to do that. Hibiki slid out from the mirror and sat down on the stairs.
さあ、あなたも座ってください。
He pats
立っ
his
たまま
lap.
だと疲れてしまいますから。
No, that would be too forward for this high school. Well, I mean, I guess I was about to say this high school student, but it's like, I don't want to imagine. I guess my character is a high school student too, so I guess it's fine. But it's very Twilight. It's like, how old are you? He sure is trying to be thoughtful. Thank you. I sat beside Hibiki and looked his way.
Oh.
He looked away quickly.
隣って緊張しますね。
Does it? Hibiki nodded and started mumbling to himself. Oh, you had your tip test in karate! Yay! Sure, you can share what you learned. I'm guessing you passed. It sounds like you're very proficient with your karate, so congratulations are in order. So
一緒にいるんだなって意識しちゃって。同じ場所に座ってるのが新鮮で不思議な気持ち。
being stuck in the mirror alone for so long, it made sense he felt like this. Yeah, you're welcome to. Oh, Carrie, you practice judo. Oh, and tang sudo. Tang sudo. I haven't heard of that one. Yeah. Okay, belt test later this month. All right. We'll cheer you on for that one, surrounded by pirates. Awesome. That's so cool that y'all are doing martial arts things. I wanted to talk with him more and help ease those feelings of loneliness. Yeah. I mean, it just depends on what dojo you go to. Everybody, yeah. Maybe there's overlap, so it's still worth sharing. If only I could find a way to do that.
すごく嬉しい発見をしました。触れなくても隣にいるだけで十分なんですね。
I don't know if I've told this story before, but I have a really, really good friend. I've known for a long time, important person in my life. I don't like sitting next to them at movies because they are a movie talker. And so we went to go see a movie together and staggered it. Like there was a buffer in between us. And I asked very politely, it's like, look, I really like, I can appreciate you enjoying a movie, but is it okay if we don't talk during the movie? And he's like, yeah, no problem. And so we watched a movie. Something happened where somebody gets thrown, and it's like a kind of an unexpected scene. So it happens, and in the movie theater, he goes, judo flip! And then I just slowly like turned my head, and he would not make eye contact with me. Meanwhile, our buffer friend in between us is just dying, trying not to, trying not to just roll all over the floor. But yeah. So that is a very a very fun moment. Yeah. Tangsudo is Korean martial arts incorporating elements of karate. Ah. Yeah. Green Yoshi, your dad is a movie talker, so you just simply don't go with him. I see. I have not seen a movie with this friend in a very long time, in all fairness, but yeah. Yeah. And like I said, like, far be it, like, I get, like, people wanting to, like, enjoy the movie. Like, sometimes if something's shocking, like, yes, a shocked expression makes sense. If something's funny and you're laughing a lot, like, I'm happy for that, I remember, like, watching a movie where, like, a really badass thing happened and, like, the theater just kind of, like, erupted in cheers. And I wasn't expecting that, but it was, like, really, it was a really neat moment. But it's different when it's, like, disruptive or, like, that's more for you than for anyone else, right? So, but I hear you, Green Yoshi. I know your plight. I don't mind that at home. At home, it's fine. Talk through all you want. I can turn on subtitles. I can rewind. I can, walk away. All these things. Or versus like a movie theater, I feel a little bit of a hostage situation, Mm-mm-mm-mm. That's nice to hear. Hibiki's realization that he didn't need to touch me made me feel happy as well. Surrounded by pirates, your mom and her sisters often feel the need to ask you what's going to happen in the movie, usually just before the movie explains it. Oh, I know that feeling. It's just like, what do you think's gonna happen? It's like, I bet if you watch, it'll happen. Stop. I'm also somebody that it's like, I get it. Sometimes nature calls. You can't help that. I am not going to, like, please don't make me fill you in on what happened. Like, I need you to, like, extrapolate and, like, figure out pieces without me having to, like, lean over, miss other parts of the movie trying to fill you in because, and I don't mean to be, like, I'm not trying to be militant about it because I understand. It's like, oh, I'm a little confused about what's happening, but it's like, yeah, but that's the risk we take, Hibiki doesn't want my cooties. Aw, man. Yeah. Oh, I had this one person who, she was one of those, like, I'm gonna poke holes in the movie, and it's like, you need to, like, get away from me. And one time I went to a movie with her, and this was when I was younger, so it was one of those things where it's like, we were, it was a proximity friend. And so it's just kind of like, and so I was like, okay, I will watch this movie with you, but I'm going to sit one seat away from you. And she was, like, we didn't even have a buffer person in between us. We just had an empty seat in between us. And she's like, are you serious? And it's like, yeah, I am. You think there's an app for that? It's called R.I.P? I've never heard of that. That's so funny. Yeah. I'm so much smarter than this movie we're watching. Aren't you impressed by me? Yeah. I mean, it's just kind of like a... yeah. Some people... some people are funny and they've got a unique take on life, but they also know, like, when it's time, And, like, that's not your time. I don't know. I don't know if this is a wrong, like, a step adjacent or not, but, like, I just imagine that if you're a movie talker, you'd also, announce something at somebody's wedding. You know what I mean? That's extreme. That's probably not true, but I don't know. Man. All right, let's talk about hobbies with Hibiki. Hibiki, why don't you tell me about your hobbies? No, I I was just thinking about like their own news. It's like, guess what, everybody? Like, you know, my you know, my son's getting married or something, and it's like, okay, cool. Like, not your time, not his time. I just saved a bunch of money on car insurance. Like I said, I think it's probably stretchy, but I guess it's in alignment with like just a little bit of a lack of boundaries, right?
うん。空想ですかね。
He likes daydreaming. Oh, daydreaming?
本を読むのが好きなんですけど、僕もこうだったらいいなって空想するのが好きなんです。
Wouldn't reading be the hobby there?
あと、生徒たちの会話とかを聞いて、僕がこの場にいたらって想像するんです。まあ、その後は決まって虚しくなるんですけど。
Yikes, things took a dark turn there. But now, you don't have to daydream. After all, we're talking together right now. Well, since it's me, I'm not sure I'll be able to live up to your daydreams.
想像以上です。あなたとの会話は楽しくて仕方ないから。
Oh, he's so sweet.
ごめんなさい。ちょっと力が入ってしまいました。
Oh, look at a shy boy face. Gah.
あなたとの時間は本当に想像していた以上に楽しくて。でも会話だけじゃなくて、あなたが来るのを待っている時間さえもワクワクして心が躍るんです。
I don't know if anybody's watched Evangelion, but there's a character named Akage Ritsuko. She's a doctor. She's a pretty pivotal character. But one of the like lore bits about her is she's got a mole like kind of in the corner of her eye, or like around the corner of her eye. And she talks about how her mom told her that a woman with a mole in the pathway of her tears is destined to a life of unrequited love. And so I'm curious, like, Hibiki's got 2 moles under his left eye. You know, I wonder if there's like something to that, or if that was just like, yeah, a thing. But I know that there are like, you know, allegedly there's like, you know, what is it, physiognomy, basically like the study of the face. And I don't mean like academic studies, but like you know, kind of like a fortune telling kind of thing. So yeah, moles, aka kissing targets. Is it a kissing target? Yeah, she's pretty pivotal is sure one way to put it. I mean, they're all important mostly, but I guess, you know, she stands out. Yeah. Yes, just ask your ex. They are kissing targets. I've never heard of that before. That's really funny. Yes, like where you were kissed a lot in your past life. Oh, I've never heard that. That's so funny. Mm-hmm. So if somebody's like super moly all over their face, that means they were kissed all over their face all the time? Butt moles. Wait a minute. What if you have a mole on the bottom of your foot? This is fascinating. I've never heard this before. I'm gonna look into this after we're done. But you must have been a politician. Raphael had a lot. Oh. Kissy cake. But I got you. I was on board with you, Carrie. I did the autocorrect in my brain. Yeah. I'm glad to hear that.
そう思ってくれるのが僕は嬉しいです。
I'm glad you're glad to hear it. Let's keep going. After that, we continued to chat about idle things, enjoying each other's company. It was a rather pleasant way to spend the time. I think at this point I am spirited away. I'm in... Yeah. I'm stuck in the school. That's right, because there's a little red gate border, so... Well then, I have something to take care of, so I'd better get going.
これから七不思議の会に会いに行くんですか？
No, I wanted to pick up some things I left in my classroom. Plus, there was something else I wanted to check up on.
そうですか。荷物を取るだけ。
Is something wrong?
僕も一緒に行きたいな。
Oh, of course! Really? Are you sure? You're here to make an eighth wonder. Do twins run in your family? Eighth and ninth, maybe? I knew he'd been holed up in the mirror by himself for so long, so his request caught me by surprise. Also, he was forbidden from interacting with the other ghosts, right?
幽霊に会いに行くわけじゃないなら平気です。
But what if we see another ghost along the way?
それを言われると。
I hope I haven't upset him. What should I do now? Alright, a branching path. Finally a different answer. I'll leave it up to you, Hibiki. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you worry, Hibiki. I'll leave the choice up to you. Hibiki stared down at the floor, deep in thought. Then, after a brief pause, he looked up at me, a confident smile on his face.
心を強く持っていれば幽霊と接触しても平気です。
So I guess it's okay for him to go out.
多分。
Tabun. His confidence seemed to falter slightly. If we see a ghost, let's run. Better safe than sorry, right?
そうですね。でもあなたに危害を加えてきたら逃げずに戦います。
His determined look made him seem a bit more dependable. Perhaps he does have a brave side.
それじゃあ行きましょう。
Skipped it.
それじゃあ行きましょう。僕のそばから離れないでくださいね。
Okay, thank you. As we walked, I glanced over at him. I couldn't help but wonder why he was forbidden from interacting with the other ghosts. Initially, he said he just wanted to tag along, but now it seems like he actively wants to protect me. Sensing that he came out of the mirror to protect me, I began to see him in a more positive light. Alright, Hibiki perspective. I felt an urge to follow her. Just stare at her from afar. Watch her while she slept. Stroke her hair. Going, my precious, my precious. There was a yearning that seemed to veer on uncontrollable. It was my first time outside the mirror here, and I was filled with a mix of nerves and excitement. I longed to feel the sun's warmth. Sorry the classroom's far, but it's just right there when we get to the third floor. Stare at her from a close. Steal her nail clippings. Make a hair doll.
いえ、僕なら平気です。あ、疲れたら言ってくださいね。
I'm fine. Let's keep going. I don't want to run into any other ghosts, so let's hurry to the classroom. Perhaps she was being considerate of me.
他の幽霊がいたら、あなただけ逃げてください。
I won't leave you behind.
そうしてほしいんです。僕なら何とでもなるから。
I've got to protect her. The warmth of her is what drew me to her, and I didn't want her to lose that. Still, she looked worried and seemed to be hesitating before responding. I appreciate it, but I'd be too worried about you to do something like that, Hibiki. Huh? She's worried about me? That makes me so happy. So we'll escape together.
はい。
Being around her always lifted my spirits, no pun intended. Perhaps it was because I was alone for so long. Perhaps that's what attracted me to her. Yeah, her warmth, like the fires I set. In my heart! In my heart! Not your school or your property. Don't worry about it. Was I drawn to her because she was a member of the living? Is that why I felt so strongly? I couldn't be sure. One thing I knew for sure was that I couldn't tell her how I felt out loud like Kureha did. After all, the reason I was drawn to her at first was because she was alive. My mind was weak, and I doubted that I could be drawn to her merely because of who she was, which only caused my heart to ache. Oh. He's using me for my body! Entering my classroom after so long felt strangely refreshing. Now, as to why I came here, the mysterious printout was still on my desk. I'll be quick. With that, I headed to my desk. Then, I picked up my bag and slung it over my shoulder. I cautiously looked down at the printout, but... No way! It's totally blank! At that time, I thought I had remembered seeing something else drawn on it.
どうかしたんですか?
Hibiki approached, seeing me frozen in place. Oh, how could I possibly explain this? I hesitated, then told him about the blank printout I found upon waking up.
このプリントに触れたら何か書かれたですか?
Hibiki pondered, looking at the printout.
もしかしたら今見えてない裏面に何か書かれているかもしれませんね。僕確かめてみます。
But
大丈夫ですよ。あなたに何かあったら大変だけど、僕なら平気です。わかりますよね。
is Hibiki saying that because he's already dead? I understand, but I'm still worried whether you're living or dead.
え?
Perhaps my reaction was emotional, but this affects me deeply, directly. No, I should be the one to touch it. I was too scared to do it back then, but in the end, it didn't harm me. I reached out and...
ダメ!
Hibiki's scream made me stop. Hibiki? He looked as surprised as I was.
ごめんなさい。急に大きな声を。うまく言えないんですけど。例えば、死ぬようなことじゃなかったとしても。生前、僕は傷つけられ、苦しむ人たちの声をたくさん聞いてきました。それがとても辛かったし。
All right, Sarybot doing work. Wait, did I read this? No. Let's see, the strained expression on his face told me just how much the divine invocation incident had affected him. Could he have ended his life because he couldn't endure it anymore? That was terrible. A sharp pain echoed in my heart. The pain wasn't exactly mine, but for Hibiki and for all the terrible trauma he must have suffered. Yes, begone, thoughtbots!
だから、あなたが苦しむ可能性が少しでもあるなら、僕が回避させます。
Determined, he slowly reached for the printout. Still worried, I watched him flip over the paper. Nothing. It was totally blank. Surprised, I turned to Hibiki. Hibiki, are you all right?
はい。異変とか起きてないですけど。以前、あなたが触れた時何か描かれたなら、僕が触れても同じ現象が起きると考えていたんですけど。
Oh, right. His words gave me a hint. I think it reacts to me. It never occurred to me when it was blank, but this item probably belongs to me. That's why I need to be the one to hold it. Hibiki instantly looked worried. It should be fine. If it's related to the god who spirited me away, it won't hurt me. Still, I'm not sure if it's the same god. However, I knew I needed to say this or Hibiki wouldn't let me touch it. The spirit in the library said the god who spirited me away isn't evil. Again, that's just what I heard though. I have no proof, only the red book's word. Hibiki looked back and forth between me and the printout, clearly torn about what to do.
わかりました。異変を感じたらすぐにプリントから手を離してくださいね。
Understood? Oh, and I have this, so there's nothing to worry about. I showed him the Khalifa flower wrapped in my handkerchief.
どうしてあなたがこれを
What? Wait, you recognize this? Apparently, it's called a Khalifa flower and...
いえ、知らないです。知っている花かなって思ったんですけど、違いました。
Why you being like that, Hibiki? Why you being, weird? Okay. Well, anyway, I got it from the Grand Warder of Hell. It's supposed to protect me from harm.
それなら安心です。
Darn, I was gonna harm you. That's the look on his face. Bro? Hibiki seemed to be acting a bit strange, but I was glad to see he was reassured. He then offered me the printout, and I took it carefully. At that moment...
探しましょう。あなたの道を。僕はあなたを闇へ誘うもの。
The forgotten memories started flowing into my brain.
進路のプリントについては今日持って帰ってきなさい。早く記入して提出しておかないと。
Wait a minute. You can't just ignore how I feel about this.
何も決まっていないのでしょ。それなら聖銀大学で考えてみなさい。きっと気に入るはずだから。
After regaining my memories, my vision was still flashing, throwing me off balance.
危ない
Hibiki caught me by the arm, preventing my fall. Oh, sorry. I'm okay. Hibiki immediately became self-conscious and quickly let go.
あ、僕こそごめんなさい。触れてしまって。なんともないですか？平気ですか？
Yes, I'm fine now. I saw some visions from before I came here, and I think that's what made me dizzy. That voice was the same one from my room. I really have been spirited away.
思い出したんですか？
Yes, I remember everything. This piece of paper was my career path survey. Though I wish I could forget about that call I had with my mom. You want the kiss scene to have us pull him to us with that noose? I see, surrounded by perverts. It's like a necktie. I know that. I know that trope. Maybe.
進路って進路希望のですか？生徒たちが最近話していますよね。進路が決まったとか。ああ、鏡の中から生徒たちの会話を聞いて、それで知って。
Hibiki kept talking, but my mind was elsewhere, recalling the events leading me up to coming to this place.
大丈夫ですか？
Yes,
とて
I'm
もそん
fine.
な風には見えないですけど。もしかして記憶の中に重要な情報があったんですか？
I nodded, still lost in thought. I think I was spirited away while struggling with what to do with my future. Could that lead one to being spirited away?
詳しく知らないので間違っているかもですけど。
His tone was reserved, and I turned to face him, still feeling groggy from the visions.
きっと神様は進路のことを一度忘れさせたくて白紙にしたのかなと思って焦らずに落ち着いて。 あなたに考える時間を与えた。
Maybe. Time to think. His kind-hearted interpretation shifted my building negative emotions. I never thought of it that way. If Hibiki was right, maybe this god really was a force for good.
どうでしょう。いい神様って聞いて、こう考えてみたんですけど。
Hibiki's keen observation and kind words touched me. Not only does he try to protect me physically, but emotionally too. I'm gonna say, I think you're right. I agree, Hibiki. I really like the way you think. Hibiki blushed, visibly flustered by my compliment.
照れちゃうな。
Oh, he's got such a delicate voice. I like it. Thank you, Hibiki. He smiled shyly back at me, still blushing as he did so. To give me time to think. I remembered my phone conversation with Mom and felt pained. I'll use this time to think about my path forward after I get back. I could also use this time to figure out how to patch things up with my mom. If this was indeed an opportunity from a god, I shouldn't waste it.
ちょっと見てください。プリント。
Huh? I looked down at the printout. The area that was once blank now had a flower drawn on it. This is it! This is what I saw before. At the time, I was panicking and couldn't see it well, but it was this flower.
彼岸花ですかね。
Yes, that's right, and there are 7 of them on this page. But something strange struck me about the 7 flowers. Only 4 are colored in, the rest aren't.
これがあなたのプリントなら、あなたについてを表している。
Just as before, Hibiki continued to help me think about what this could mean. If it's supposed to be me, 7 flowers, some colored, some not. Yes, spider lilies, yes. Corpse flowers, yeah. They're beautiful, but scary name. 7? Could it be the 7 wonders?
今七不思議のうち、いくつ名前を聞いていますか？
In response to his suggestion, I quickly began counting on my fingers. Kureha, Yui, Hibiki, the red book. 4, just like the colored flowers. Yes. She, death, 4. Got him. That realization sent a chill through me. Does this mean if I find all the names of the 7 wonders, the god will return me to the mortal realm?
きっとそうですよ。今のあなたの状況ぴったりですし。
Triggering a spiriting away seemed like an enormous task, but I'm on the right track now. Realizing I was making progress, it felt as though a ray of light was shining in the darkness. Had I been alone, I didn't think I would have figured any of this out. I probably would have been trapped in the negative emotions those memories dredged up. Hibiki? I bowed deeply to him. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful for your support. Looking up, I saw Hibiki looking back at me, flustered.
僕はそんな大したことしてないというか。でも、力になれたならすごく嬉しいです。よかった。
Oh, he looks so sweet. He's so crazy, but he looks so sweet. He smiled bashfully as he stammered out his words. No. Right. Hibiki perspective. Here we go. We left the classroom and headed back. She seemed much happier than before, which brought me joy as well. I'd managed to help her. Even I was able to do that. Hibiki, I'd be grateful if you could keep helping me like this. but only if it's not too much for you.
それって僕を必要としてくれてるんですか？
Yes, it does. How happy that made me to hear.
僕でよかったら喜んでお手伝いします。いえ、したいです。
No. Helper. That's such a relief. Thank you so much. Her smile was so radiant that I had to look away. I felt my heart racing, my eyes drawn to hers. I was determined to help her return to the mortal realm. But then, a terrible thought crossed my mind. What if I murder her? If she went back, it'd mean we'd have to say goodbye. Ooh! Crazy! He's gonna sabotage us. Hibiki and I chatted while going down the stairs. Suddenly, he stopped. What's wrong? A chill ran through me. I sensed something behind me and froze in place. There's something behind me.
逃げてください。
Hibiki whispered as he passed me by. I turned and saw him facing something with an ominous aura. It's that ghost from before. Though it seemed to be the victim that was tormenting Yui before in the cafeteria, something about it felt different.
僕が死ぬことはありません。だから逃げてください。
Oh, but... I hesitated to leave him despite his assurance.
足手まといなんです。だから、早く。
I sensed a deeper meaning behind Hibiki's words. There's nothing for me to do here. Thank you. Bye. Peace. With that, I started running down the stairs. I headed toward the nurse's office, but sensed another ghost below. I found myself in the second floor hallway. I should find another way besides the central stairway to get to the first floor. I cautiously continued, but right before the stairs, I saw the girl again. Oh, I remember this creepy scene. It's gonna be scary. She found me. I turned and ran. Down the hallway, I saw Hibiki running toward me. Hibiki! Seeing Hibiki, I instinctively relaxed and ended up tripping over myself. This is bad. By the time I stood up, Hibiki was already by my side.
彼女に触れないでもらえますか？
Woo! Hibiki stood between me and the ghastly hand reaching out to me.
もう手遅れか。これいらないですよね。
Oh, that's right. He's gonna snap her hand off. Woo-hoo-hoo. Did you see his face? Did everybody see his face? After he spoke those words, a terrible sound echoed through the halls. Cliffhanger! Holy moly! Gosh. I forgot about that. I forgot. I'm actually glad we're playing this through, because like sometimes I get a little nervous about multiple playthroughs of games, because certain games it's like all of it's the same up until like, you know, pivotal, like it's like, okay, now we've reached a branching path, but like and even though this one had a lot of repeater, it was like it's good story. So it was a nice reminder. I felt like the other playthroughs were so different from the first one that this is a nice reminder of like, oh yeah, this terrible active mystery that's happening. So not bad, not bad. Let's give us a save. And you know, good game hygiene. Save. Yeah. Let's see. I feel like, even though we went through so many chapters, it feels short. It feels short, but I think it would be too long to start another one. Even though I want to, I'm glad that we got to do this. Though I'm very fascinated. I'm very fascinated by Hibiki's playthrough. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. But he had crazy face, y'all. What am I gonna do? All right. Oh. I won't leave just yet. We can chit chat for a little bit. Yeah. I'm also like I just feel like I haven't gotten to see everybody for a while. Yeah, because like what, the last time I saw everybody was Tuesday, isn't it? And then, but it just feels like so long ago. Tuesday, what did I do? I don't remember what happened on Tuesday, but I know yesterday, Wednesday, was like really, I had a work event, and it was at a really hoity-toity hotel. Like, they rented out like multiple ballrooms in it, and it was like a big, like a really big like hype engine like kind of event. And oh man, one of them though, I went to the wrong section, because it like split up like it split up departments. And I was just like, oh, I'll go to this one. And I was like, this was not the correct one. And I didn't I didn't have the heart to just like leave immediately, because I still know people in all of the sections. And so I was just kind of like, it's fine. Let's see what's up about this. This is important for, like, it's nice for me to learn about what other people do, just so that I can better serve in my role if I know, what they're looking for, that kind of stuff. So I was like, okay. But they were doing some icebreaker stuff that I was not on board with. Yeah. Here's the thing. Like, so they did like a storytelling thing, which I didn't mind. I didn't find it to be like, super. It was like fine. They did have this one game that was pretty funny. It was called I'm Late. And then you have to tell a story about why you're late, but basically it's like a movie plot. So, so for example, I'm late because I drove my DeLorean more than 65 miles per hour, and then there was a big lightning storm. That was like, that happened in Back to the Future. And so, yeah, it was a lot of things like that. That was just kind of, it's like, I'm late. I went up to the tower and I was going to sew and I pricked my finger on a spindle and I fell asleep, that kind of thing. So I thought that was kind of like fun, but it was just kind of like, okay. But then they started doing like a big like group improv. And here's the thing. I imagine, or like, I like improv. Improv's fun. But improv is only fun when you do it on your own terms, not when it is forced participation. And so I was like, nope. Tuesday we had study buddies. That's right. And tomorrow we're going to have study buddies again. Yeah. You're late because your family went on a trip and left you behind. Kevin! That's how I felt. I felt like Kevin McAllister on my vacation last week, because I went to like a hoity-toity hotel and I was like, yay! And I felt like, Kevin McAllister when he first gets the house to himself. It's like, I could do whatever I want. I'm a grown-up. I could like, wear this like comfy robe. I could jump on the bed. I could like order a cheeseburger and eat the cheeseburger in the bathtub if I want. I didn't, but like I could. You're late. Your uncle murdered your father and hyenas chased you into the wastelands. I see. Like I said, that's a pretty funny game. But the improv thing that they wanted to do was like, it was like, I'm going to throw this invisible ball, and when I do, I'm going to make a sound, and when whoever I throw it to, you catch it and make the sound back to me. And then now you have the ball, and you make a different sound and throw it to somebody else. So, you know, this person's just kind of like throwing this giant ball and they're just like, pew! And the person catching it goes, pew! Like I said, I mean, it's fine. But one, there was like 40 of us in this room. And I was like, I do not want to play. I do not want this forced participation game. And I definitely don't want to play it with 40 people. So I grabbed my backpack and I went into the hallway and just worked from the hallway. Yeah, 40. It was 40 of us. I was like, look, you know, like I said, I appreciate the person who was running it and, doing their best. I'm sure somebody liked it. That is just not my speed. So, yes, I don't get paid enough for that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I went, nope. I noped the heck out of there. Yeah. Yeah. But then they fed us and yeah, and then I went to the correct session with like my team. And I told them, but it sounds like I also didn't miss anything from their section. They were just like, oh, it didn't really super pertain to us. And I was like, oh, okay, great. And so, honestly, I feel like I got so much work done yesterday, just sitting next to my boss, listening to like the speakers, like, like kind of osmosis, like learning, just like listening to that in the background, but really being disturbed by no one, because all the people who would be messaging me were in that room having to pay attention to this this presentation. So I was like, yes. I was like, finally. So yeah, I got so much stuff done. I'm very, very You'd make a squishing sound like a duck noise. Icy. My job seems so eventful. It's got its moments, but yeah, I do think I do think that yeah, there's a lot of good things for my job. I'm pretty happy with it. So, yeah. You waste 8.5 hours, 5 days a week, hoping to have something to do. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. Yeah. It'd be one thing if it was just like knowing that like if you like, because there's some jobs that it's like, it's like, I know I can coast and it's probably gonna be fine, you know. Like I've had jobs like that before where it's just like, I think it'll be fine. But there is always that like fear of like, well, I could be wrong. And so it's like, I need to be busy, not just busy, but like I need to be demonstrating value. That's like the feeling that I have about jobs. And that doesn't feel good. I feel like it gives me a little bit of a complex sometimes. Yeah. Your phone can only entertain you for so long. I don't know about that. I'm glad I don't work in the office because I got my tablet open with Love and Deep Space most of the day. They'll just sit next to me and do work. But I hear you. I hear you. It's nice doing something that feels helpful or worthwhile for sure, without being like I am drowning in work. I have a good balance right now, but yeah. You just lads at work? Exactly. Yeah, I made my cake. I don't know if I'm settled on it yet, Green Yoshi, but I think it looks cute, but I don't know if I'm settled on it quite yet. We'll see. But yeah. But I've definitely, like I said, I think this like need to feel like productive / valuable, it does like create like a bit of a complex for me. I remember feeling like, oh, I have to stay late or I have to work late in order to like do this thing, and I just remember being so lucky that I had a lot of like upper management that was just kind of like managers that were just kind of like, hey, I saw you answered this at like, not during work hours, like don't do that, you don't need to do that. And so it's like, oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. You want to see? I'll send you a screenshot of mine, Green Yoshi. Never settle. Aim for better. Did I see yours? Yeah. Send it. but also don't let capitalism extract more labor out of you than you get paid for. Yeah. I think what really kind of changed for me in terms of like I'm very lucky I got to work with a career coach, and that really changed my perspective on a lot of the work that I was doing, because I definitely felt like I was like, oh, I don't, I feel, like that imposter syndrome, that it's like I feel like, maybe they're going to catch on that I don't know what I'm doing, that kind of stuff. And I'd been with my company for a bit at that point, and she was just like, here's the thing, like I'd understand if you felt that way, like working there like 3 months, but like I had been there for years by the time I like met with this career coach. And so I was just like, oh, that's a really good point. There's a bunch of smart people, and if I was like, really bad, they would have caught on sooner. But but yeah, no, it's I'm lucky. I feel, I have a lot of autonomy. I have a lot of freedom. I hope to maintain that. Yeah. But who knows? Who knows? Work things are weird, man. Yeah. But today was nice. 'Cause like we only had to do half day for our work event. And then my team, most people had to like fly out around like late in the afternoon, and so we always do like a lunch before flying out. And so usually the grand boss pays for our outing, and so we get to go to hoity-toity places, or places that I normally would not get to go nuts at. So yeah, I went to a place, and it was very good. Yeah. Let's start our own company. What? A company doing what? Lethal Company? I don't know. Green Yoshi can attest. I might not be your best asset on Lethal Company. Yeah. You won't be like me. Aw, I want to be like you. I love your passion and your talent for all your cosplay, Green Yoshi. I'm always like in awe of like the things. So it sounds like you get to. The nice thing is it sounds like even if you don't love your job affords you the things that you love to do, and I'm happy for you for that. Yeah. I wasn't the worst. I just remember being so proud that it's like, I've got a whisk in my hand. I'm running to the ship. I'm gonna put my whisk in this ship, and then something got. got, and I was like, no. No, that was a fun time. I still need to put something on the books with all of us. I do want to do a 6-month streamiversary, or maybe just like a fan badge. Fan badge like game night. That'd be fun. Maybe some Gardic phone, or something. That'd be fun. Yeah. That's true. I did not always die in buddy system. That's true. Party indeed. Party indeed. Yes. Actually, let me see. I'll have to look for it. There's a game that I've been wanting to try. I think it's free, and it's free and it's multiplayer. So let me look. What's it called? Boo. It's not that one. It's tough because I don't even know what it starts with. Okay. All right, I'm just going to look at my Steam library real quick, and then I'll see if I can find it. We launch Fireworks. Fireworks Simulator. Actually, my niece was showing me, she's been super into Goat Simulator. And I watched a playthrough with her, and it was really funny. So it was very silly. There's a lot of collectibles and stuff. So let's see. What's this? Okay, not that. Not that. Maybe one of those, like... yeah, goats. Although Power Wash Simulator also looks very relaxing. I would play that. And then I'd be like, do I need a power washer? And they'd be like, I don't have anything to power wash. Just be one of those people that's like, can I power wash your driveway, please? For $0. Don't worry about it. My payment is my joy. Let's see. What I'm worried about is that it's not in my library, but like in my wish list because I've not played it. Maybe. Let me see. All right, I'm in the R's. I'm in the R's. S. Started playing Schedule 1. I don't know that. Oh, you're gonna be the best drug dealer? Wait. I've not heard of this game, Green Yoshi. Wait, what's this one? Here. Okay, so it's not in my library, so that must mean it's in my wish list. Let me look at that real quick. Oh, I got one that's called You Suck at Parking Complete Edition. That's on my wish list. For $3.99 right. Ooh, that's like 80% off. I might add that to my cart right now. Okay, Green Yoshi. It's a drug dealer simulator. Okay. It's a lot of math and timing and running from the police. And then you can become like a major kingpin. And then you have plebs doing your work. I see. No math, but much running. I see. Nice. I need to update this wish list. There's a couple of things on here that it's like, I have seen this. Because there's a couple of things that it's like, yeah, once this goes on sale, I'd be into it. But then there's other ones that it's like, this has been on sale multiple times. I don't think I want it that badly. Or else I would have gotten it. But then I'm just kind of like, is that true? Or am I just like not buying it because I have such a game backlog? All the things, man. Let's see. I haven't found it yet. Yeah, you with Monster Camp games? I see. Yeah. Oh, you almost got once, but you're too cool. Too cool for school. I like that. Monster Prom and whatnot. Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, didn't you play that, like, Date Everything? Or is that... No, is that this weekend? Yeah. We should have a day where we dip our toes into the backlog. Yes, everybody, like, go to the Gaming Minds and report back. Okay. Wow. And plus, the other thing, too, is there's so much stuff on my wish list that it's like, I surely can't be wishing for all of these things. All right. I am mostly through the way. I think it's coming up. Surely it's coming up. If it's even here. Hopefully I wasn't like, I'm going to clean this off. I don't want this. Because I don't know what it's called. I'll never find it again. Surely. Okay. This one? No. Okay. Well, shoot. Yeah. Oh, you're going to play the demo. Okay. Nice. Nice, Green Yoshi. Okay. Well, I can't find it, but you know what? I'll look for it later and I'll post it on Discord. But all right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and log off for tonight. I look forward. Thank you again for playing with me and hanging out. I hope y'all had fun. I always have a good time chatting with y'all. I'm glad we're going through this story and discovering it together. My next stream will be tomorrow on Iriam. We'll be doing Study Buddies Japanese. So I'll hope to see you then. Yes, thank you, Green Yoshi, for coming. Oh, you'll miss me, but you'll see me tomorrow. Don't you worry. All right. Thanks so much. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.